Hey folks, good evening. How are you guys doing today? What's up, Dieters? We're live. I am sorry guys, I'm super late today. I should have started the stream at 4:30, but you know, stuff happens. And I couldn't start the stream earlier. So sorry about that. Please let me know if you guys can hear me or see me. What's up? Fan. Things happen. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. I was trading. I was taking some trades after hours, guys. That's why I'm late. Yeah. I day traded into it once they reported earnings, and I am taking a trade with roasters as I am talking to you guys. Take a look. I have 50 shares over here. I regularly, we can say, trade earnings reports, but I don't do it the way you do it because you guys are a bunch of degenerate gamblers. I don't do it. I don't buy neither calls or puts into an earnings report, but instead of that, I wait for the report to come out. And if the report happens to be a good one, and if that stock hasn't exhausted the expected move, I take a trade. So I just day traded into it. And now, as you guys can see over here, I am in the middle of a trade with roasters. 50 shares purchased at $152. I am making a little profit here of $32. So I need to keep an eye on this trade that I am taking while I am streaming for you guys. So what's up? Tyrone, Bernard, Eduardo Ordóñez. Let me pause this. Please drop a comment down below and let me know what stocks you guys want me to go over. In the meantime, I am going to make a summary of what happened today in the markets. This was Hola, says Eduardo. I don't understand Spanish, bro. I'm sorry. I am very sorry. Hola, Eduardo, ¿cómo estás? Good. Thanks for coming over, bro. Google, please. Yes. I guess you guys want me to talk about Google. What a disaster, guys, today. So, we had to be honest with you guys, a boring trading session for the most part. We didn't have much volatility today. There were also 2000. Aside from that, guys, today was a very positive day for the bulls in general terms. Take a look. This was we had a green day across the board. So the Russell 2000 went up 1.65%. The Nasdaq pretty much closed flat, but slightly up 0.03%. The S&P went up 0.53%, and the Dow Jones went up 1%. So a very good day in general terms for the bulls. And if we take a look at the sectors of the markets, take a look, guys. You guys should know, and you should be aware of the fact that inside the S&P 500, we have 11 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500. And I guess that most of you guys realize that the SPY is an ETF that tracks the S&P 500, right? I'm sure that some of you guys, I guess that some of you guys are not aware of that, right? But you should know, right, that the SPY is nothing but an ETF that tracks the S&P 500. So inside the S&P 500, we have 11 sectors, okay? And out of the 11 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500, 10 of those sectors went up today. We had a very, very solid day today, guys. Led by utilities, up 1.74%. The financial sector, up 1.27%. Industrials, up 1.22%. And take a look at the only sector that went down today, guys. If you don't know that, you shouldn't be trading. Says Wanya. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. And I guarantee you that, Wanya, a lot of people do not know this. I am 1,000,000% sure about this. I am sure about it. But well, business as usual. So take a look at the only sector, guys, that went down today. Communication services. Because of Google, it got demolished. And on the news that the Department of Justice wants Google to divest its search engine, which is something that if ever happens, it's going to take a long time, guys. But a long time. But well, the markets, in my opinion, overreacted to the news, and we will take a look at Google in just a second. So we had a very good day today, and take a look at the SPY, guys. So the bulls scored a major win today, guys. And why? Well, because they were able to recapture the 5 DMA, the 5-day moving average, that as of now is signaling $589.72. Take a look at this, guys. Since this was November 14th, the SPY was trading below a downward sloping 5-day moving average. And I think that was the case a week ago when I last streamed for you guys. And I told you way back then that according to my analysis, the SPY was guilty until proven innocent. And why? Well, because we were trading below a declining, a downward sloping 5-day moving average. So that is no longer the case. So the bulls scored a major victory today by recapturing the 5-day moving average. How higher can they go? Well, the next important gap would be $598. Can we see also? Hold on for a second, guys. Let me close the trade on rosters. I have 70 bucks now. I gotta wait a bit longer. That's fine. I'm about to close this trade. The stock is running after hours. So sorry about that, guys. So the next important gap to the upside would be $598.50. But can we see a test of all-time highs once again? Yeah, it is possible. It is in the cards, guys. $600. Why not? And mind you, by the way, and this is something that I told you guys last week. So next week, we have the Thanksgiving week, which is usually a bullish week for the markets. So you guys can expect next week lower volume. And don't be surprised if they push the tape higher on lower volume than average. That is what usually happens during a Thanksgiving week. Does that imply that tomorrow we're going to grab SPY calls expiring next Friday? Because I think that, and per usual, guys, on Thanksgiving is going to be on Thursday, right? A week from now. But I'm guess that the markets are going to be open on Friday. I mean, not this Friday, but the Friday after that. So the Friday after Thanksgiving. That should be a half-day session, probably. Because of liquidity issues, the markets cannot be closed during 4 consecutive days. That's what the New York Stock Exchange argues, you know. So next Friday, you can expect like super low volume. And usually, the markets go higher on lower volume than average. That's usually what happens when we see lower volume than average. So we'll see. I mean, the setup is very positive for the bulls over here. So, I mean, into next week, and now now I can close the position. There you go, guys. Take a look. $104. Let me close the position and sold. Take a look. I just made over here. Take a look. We ended up making, it wasn't much, right? I mean, $80. I didn't get a good feel, but I closed the trade. It is good. Yeah, $80. It's fine. Yeah, not going to make a federal case out of it, but I just made $80 in order to close the day. And hold on for a second, guys. Let me notify the people of my Patreon, because some guys are with me on this trade. So let me hold on over there, guys. Okay, let me see. I'll be with you guys in just a second, guys. Hold. Let me see. I need to notify that I close this trade. That's good. There it is. Okay. So I was telling you guys about next week, so it could be a bullish week for the market. And as of now, the bulls are innocent until proven guilty. Oh, by the way, guys, and if some of you guys are not familiar with my channel on our Discord server, take a look. If you guys are actively trading the SPY, guys, throughout any trading session, you are going to find, in my opinion, valuable information on my Discord channel, guys. Take a look. I am pretty much narrating the trading session for you. And today, take a look at what happened, guys. I told you, no, it isn't in English. Well, yeah, no. I am not pitching you anything over here. Yeah, you have to speak Spanish, so no, do not sign up for my Patreon, please, okay? Yeah, please. Okay. And on top of that, I am super active working with you guys throughout the trading sessions. Take a look. So you have a good access to the information that I deal with on a daily basis. So today, guys, at pretty much at 10 o'clock, I told you, now they are below 588.85. $588.85. Slightly but below. The next area of interest, support-wise, is $587.60. Take a look at the time of this post, guys. 10 a.m. pretty much. And what happened, guys? What was the low of the session today? Let's take a look at a 1 day, 1 minute chart of the SPY. Take a look at the low, at today's low, guys. $587.50. This was the session low, guys. And I told you, and take a look at the time, guys. So the SPY hit or reached $587.60 at 10:31 a.m. 30 minutes before that, I was telling you guys on Discord to keep an eye on $587.60. This was the session low. Once the SPY hit $587.60, take a look. It took off. And I guess that some of you guys were able to take some trades with this information. So again, if you are actively trading the SPY, keep an eye on my Discord channel, guys. I am always posting a pre-market commentary, like pointing out levels of interest in the SPY. And as the trading session unfolds, and especially if we happen to see a volatility throughout the trading session, I am calling out levels of interest in the SPY, and this is information that you can use in order to make your own trading decisions. So you can take advantage of this information. So go ahead and do it, guys. Okay, guys. So I am not going to point out any levels in the case of the SPY. It isn't really important, guys, because again, tomorrow you guys are going to be able to count on the information that I am going to be posting on Discord about the SPY. So as of now, innocent until proven guilty, and maybe we can. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if we see all-time highs. I wouldn't say tomorrow necessarily, but maybe before Thanksgiving. It is pretty much in the cards, in my opinion. Okay, and I mean, I don't know, if the 20-day moving average happens to be broken to the downside, guys, 586.30, then, maybe we could be thinking about getting some puts of the SPY. But as of now, guys, the chart looks good, above all the moving averages. The trend is your friend until she throws your shit out the window. So, with that being said, let's move on to Google. So, take a look, guys. What a disaster. Google went down today almost 5%, 4.56%, and it closed the trading session at $169.24. So take a look, guys, at the spot at which the bulls found support at today, guys. Exactly over here. $165.27. Do you happen to notice something here on this 4-hour chart? Take a look at this red line that I am pointing out with my mouse, guys. This is none other than the 200-day moving average. This is such an important moving average, guys. All of you should be using the 200 DMA. And take a look. So Google collapsed, and the bulls managed to find support right at this spot. And take a look at something even more interesting. Take a look at the slope of the 200-day moving average. It is upward sloping. So this moving average was very likely to be able to act as support, and it did, to the penny. So I was being asked by the members of my Patreon today. They were asking me all day long about Google. I have two potential scenarios here, guys, into tomorrow's trading session. So I want to see buyers showing more strength. Why do I say that? Well, because they did find support right at the 200 DMA, and this moving average was able to give rise to a bounce. It was a nice bounce of something like how much? Almost $5. But take a look at the level at which the bulls failed today after having bounced back up from the 200-day moving average. They failed right at this blue line. Take a look. Take a look at this blue line, guys. What moving average is represented by this blue line? None other than the 100-day moving average, guys. Take a look. To the penny. Let me pull up here a 1 day, 1 minute chart. Take a look. Some sort of a double bottom right at the 200-day moving average. So the bulls were able to push the tape higher. They failed initially right at this green line. This is the 50-day moving average. They retraced a bit. They were able to bounce the tape once again. And take a look at the level at which they failed. Take a look at this level. They failed right at the 100-day moving average at $169.56. So the scenario in order to trade Google tomorrow, in my case, is super clear. So ideally, the technical setup that I would like to see here would be the bulls being able to recapture and consolidate above the 100-day moving average. So any process of consolidation above $170 could be attracting buyers here, guys. This would be signaling strength for the buyers. So above 170, I would be easily going long Alphabet. And why not another test of the 200-day moving average at $165? But say, I don't know, for any weird reason, or say that tomorrow, I don't know, they kill the tape. Or say that tomorrow we get more bad news about Alphabet. Say that this 200-day moving average is broken to the downside. What would be the next important level of support that I would be keeping an eye on in the case of Google? If this level around $165 happens to be broken to the downside. What about, guys, this anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from the first trading session of this year, guys? Take a look. A year-to-date AVWAP is signaling as of now $160. This is a level at which we can expect buyers to defend price. It is a potential level of demand. $160. I am very likely, guys, to be taking a trade tomorrow on Google. I mean, we can also think about a short trade over here, guys. Why not? Because if this 200-day moving average happens to be broken to the downside, $165, we could be grabbing Google puts down to this anchored VWAP, down to this anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from the first trading session of the year, $161. So in other words, guys, above the 100-day moving average, above $170, I am bullish on Google. I would be more than willing, guys, I think, in order to take a shot here. And maybe a bounce from the 200-day moving average if it happens to be visited once again. If the 200 DMA at $165 is broken to the downside, maybe we could be grabbing puts here down to the year-to-date anchor VWAP at $161 approximately. So wow, this is a very I would say, detailed analysis on Google, my Google. Let's take a look at the market structure of Alphabet, guys. Let's see what the demand and the supply is looking like. Take a look, guys. This is not a good looking market structure. So, for those who are watching a stream of mine for the first time, this is a market structure chart. So what information are we looking at here, guys? So on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand or buyers, and at the bottom, you guys can see the supply, sellers. Demand, buyers, supply, sellers. Take a look at the demand. And by the way, the demand is represented by this blue shaded region that I am pointing out with my mouse. Take a look at the demand, guys. It is going down. It doesn't look good at all, guys. So we have the demand going down, and take a look at the supply, sellers going up. We have a rising supply and a decline in demand. This is not a good looking market structure chart. So I really need to see Google above the 100-day moving average, guys, in order to take a shot here at Google. So above 170, that would be the most ideal scenario. There you go. So what else do I have here? What do you think about Mstr? I think that if you're trading micro tragedy, you're out of your mind, guys. This is insane. This is not trading, guys. This is not trading. This is, I don't know. This isn't trading. The movements that we are seeing in the case of micro tragedy, I call Mstr micro tragedy, right? Are super are like impossible to predict, guys. This is insane. And on top of that, guys, the IV rank is at 100%. 100%. The implied volatility, what's implied volatility on this ticker? Take a look at this, guys. For tomorrow, you have an implied volatility of 300%. Who is buying calls or puts here, guys? This is insanity. This is pure insanity. Absolutely insane. And on top of that, guys, today, Mstr stopped tracking Bitcoin. It is doing its own thing, if you will. I mean, why would anyone trade this ticker, guys? This isn't trading. This is gambling, guys. Gambling. The chart as of now looks good above all the moving averages. We have an upward sloping 5-day moving average. So say that in technical terms, let's just put it away, that as long as micro tragedy remains above this upward sloping, above this rising 5-day moving average at $403, the chart looks bullish. But again, this is unpredictable. You know, the way that that this stock is moving is absolutely unpredictable, guys. So I was asked about Mstr today, obviously, by a lot of members of my Patreon. And I told them, like, hey, I think that at $385, buyers could be stepping in. Take a look at this line that I drew earlier on today. And take a look. This is a previous level of resistance back from November 13th. And take a look. MSTR went down to this level, broke it to the downside, but right after that, buyers stepped in. $385. Now it is trading after hours at $418. But I mean, guys, you have to be out of your mind if you're trading MSTR. I mean, it isn't worth it. And if you're buying either calls or puts, I mean, you're paying an excessive price, guys. Excessive for any option. So if the IV rank is at 100%, what does that imply? If you know that any given stock has an IV rank of 100%, that implies that during the last 12 months, any option of MSTR or any option of that given stock that has an IV rank at 100%, that implies that during the last 12 months, any call or put was cheaper than at present. Unbelievable. So if you know that you're paying super expensive options, why would you even buy those options? It doesn't make any sense, guys. So from a risk management standpoint, I would just tell you guys to stay away from micro tragedy, you know? I mean, yeah. And on top of that, most of you guys have like, you know, small portfolios and stuff, so you have to protect your capital. Yeah. So AMD, advanced micro devices. Let's go ahead and take a look at advanced micro devices. What do we see here? This is a disaster, guys. What a disaster. What a disaster. So AMD went down today 0.08%, and it closed the trading session at $137.49. Guys, and most of you guys know this, if you have watched my streams before, I am not a trader of downtrends. This is a major downtrend, below all the moving averages, and even after hours, the bulls weren't able to hold the 5-day moving average as support. So I don't see any reason in order, to be honest with you guys, I don't see any reason here in order to try to take a trade to the upside. Maybe to the downside. Yeah. Say that AMD opens the trading session tomorrow below this 5-day moving average that as of now is signaling $138. This could be attracting sellers, and we could see more downside here. In order to go long AMD, we can make a case, let me draw a line here, that if the bulls can consolidate above this 5-day moving average, so slightly above $138, I mean, maybe there could be a bounce back up trade here up to $140, which is a level of resistance at which AMD has failed on 3 occasions recently. So if we were able to take this trade the way that I am describing it here, guys, say from $137 up to $140, this could represent a 2% profit trade. Yeah, this could be a potential trade to the upside, guys. But you have to be careful here, guys, because this is a major downtrend. The only way, guys, that I would be willing in order to take a trade with a major downtrend, such as the case of AMD, would be if I happen to see the 5-day moving average upward sloping or starting to rise. But other than that, this stock is a no touch, in my opinion. So let me take a look at the market structure of AMD. What do we see here? Let's see. Advanced micro devices. I left them. I am noticing that I left some money on the table with roasters. Okay, AMD. Take a look. A very poor market structure chart. Remember, on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand. At the bottom, the supply, demand buyers, supply sellers. So what do you see here, guys? The demand is going down and the supply is rising. So we can reconcile this, or we can reconcile this market structure chart with the fact that AMD is trading below all the moving averages and that this stock closed the trading session today below the 5-day moving average. And if we take a look at anchor VWAPs, at anchored volume weighted average price lines, guys, this gets even worse. Take a look. AMD. What do we see here? Take a look, guys. We have buyers trapped all over the place. But literally, buyers trapped all over the place. Let me take a sip of Sprite here, guys. I have been speaking all day long. So take a look. This is bag holder central, guys. Look. Below, I mean, pretty much every single anchor VWAP that you can think of. So we have buyers trapped all over the place, guys. So any sustainable, say, process of recovery of AMD is going to be a tough one, guys. So let me show you, just to set an example, guys. So if we take a look at an anchored volume weighted average price line in the case of AMD that comes from all-time highs, keep in mind that AMD hit or reached $226 back in March of this year. Yeah, $226. So an anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs in the case of AMD is signaling as of now $160. So we know that at $160, we have a lot of buyers trapped at. what do you guys think these buyers, or what do you guys believe that these market participants that have positions on AMD with an average cost of $160 are going to do if AMD, or whenever AMD goes up to $160 once again? They are going to close those positions. Obviously, they're losing money. No one likes to lose money for a long period of time. So they are going to be closing their positions, more likely than not. So we have buyers trapped all over the place. Year to date, the anchor VWAP, guys, is signaling as of now $163. So the average market participant that started a position on AMD from the first trading session of this year has an average price of $162. So, I mean, it is a disaster. Maybe there could be a short-term trade here if AMD can consolidate above $138. That could be the case. Who knows? But this is not a ticker that I am interested in trading until we can see a different technical setup here. What do you think? Mstr, Meta, Riot, and all the other crypto-related stocks are down with Bitcoin going up. Manipulation? No. I mean, there's a clear correlation, guys, still, between most of the crypto related stocks relative to Bitcoin, guys. So let me show you. Let me pull up here a 1 day, 1 minute chart of Coinbase. Take a look at this 1 day, 1 minute chart of Coinbase. So I don't know. We have like a lot of people waiting for Bitcoin to finally, hit $100,000. So maybe, some people are being cautious. Let's just put it that way, because they don't want to be trapped in a, buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation. And maybe that's why, since Bitcoin is getting closer and closer to $100,000, maybe we are seeing some people like, not being very enthusiastic about Coinbase or Meta or MSTR, which are stocks that usually, for the most part, track whatever Bitcoin is doing. But take a look at these guys. Let's compare this 1 day, 1 minute chart of Coinbase with, let me see, at study, with Bitcoin, with the futures of Bitcoin, or with BTC futures. Take a look. So the purple line, guys, is Bitcoin, and the candlesticks that you guys are seeing is what Coinbase has been doing, since yesterday until today. Take a look at how, guys, the correlation was pretty much perfect until today. Here, until today at, let me see, take a look. Until today at 1:26 p.m. You can take a look, guys. The correlation was perfect. So I think, in my opinion, that a lot of people are being cautious here, guys, because some people are foreseeing, let's just put it that way, a buy the rumor, sell the news situation in the case of Bitcoin whenever Bitcoin hits $100,000. And that's the reason why we are seeing a bit of, decorrelation between most of the crypto-related stocks relative to Bitcoin. That's what I can say, guys, because the correlation is very noticeable, to say the least, right? So let me delete this and move and go over another stock. Remove. There you go. ARK. I'm being asked about ARK Innovation. Mama Cathy Wood. ARK Innovation ETF. It is a very good looking chart. As long as ARK remains trading above the 5-day moving average, $54.90. And this is another chart, guys, that probably we can correlate with a stock that you guys love. What stock would that be, guys? What do you think? Let's compare ARKK with Tesla. Yeah, of course. Sure. Let's see. Take a look. Wow. In this case, guys, take a look at this. So the pink line represents TESI, and the candlesticks represent ARK Innovation ETF. So they are doing, guys, literally the same. But take a look. Literally the same. The correlation is perfect. No doubt about it. Take a look. So, for the most part, if any of you guys is trading ARKK, you need to keep an eye on TESI, guys. That's it. Because they are doing pretty much the same, of course. So, I mean, as of now, this ETF is above all the moving averages. But again, I use a lot, guys, and I need to really emphasize this. I use a lot the 5-day moving average. So above this white line, above this 5 DMA, above $55, with TESI going higher, yeah, you can make a case that you have a green light in order to trade ARKK. Yeah, the chart looks good. Yeah, it looks like this ETF is consolidating above an upward sloping 20-day moving average and gathering momentum in order to potentially make a test of its most recent 52-week high at $58.66. So the chart looks interesting as long as Tesla keeps going higher, obviously, right? I don't have any market structure on ETFs. And let me take a look at Anchor VWAPs in the case of Tesla Witch, Cathy Wood. Let me see. Mama Cathy. What a disaster, guys. What a disaster, Mama Cathy. No, this is TESI. Let me pull up here ARKK. I don't think I don't think I have any Anchor VWAPs here. No, I don't have any, guys. No, any. And if we take a look at an Anchor VWAP from the most recent 52-week high of ARK, take a look. We get a price of $55.73. So we have some buyers trapped here, guys, at $55.70. Pretty much the level of resistance at which ARK failed out today. So we know that we have some sort of, overhead supply level at, we can round it up, $56. So it would be very bullish if we can see ARKK above $56. That would be even more bullish. Aside from the fact that, the bulls need to consolidate above the 5-day moving average at $55. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. We are 38 minutes in. There you go. Walmart. Yeah, why not? Let's take a look at WMT. Take a look. I don't know what you want me to tell you, Kev. What can I say? Above all the moving averages, all of the moving averages are upward sloping or rising. The trend is your friend until she throws your shit out the window, guys. Take a look. Would I chase Walmart here? No, I would not. I would wait for a bit of profit taking down to this upward sloping 5-day moving average, $86. This level is pretty much coinciding with a previous level of resistance back from November 6th. So this could be a potential level of support from which Walmart could be bouncing back up in case of a retracement here. $86 approximately. This is a very good looking chart. I wouldn't chase it here. I wouldn't short it either. Obviously, I don't short uptrends. That is a losing strategy, right? But yes, I would give it a shot at $86. This is a very good looking chart. Let me take a look at the market structure. Let's see. Damn it. I should have it available, right? I think. Do you think TGT will drop more? I got news for you guys. I got target puts today. I think we have lower prices coming up for target. Oh yeah. So take a look. I mean, the market structure of Walmart, guys. Remember, on top of this chart, you guys can see the demand at the bottom, the supply sellers. The demand is going down, and the supply is flat, we can say. But you never want to see the demand or buyers of any given stock from a market structure standpoint going down. So I don't like this market structure. It makes me believe that profit taking could be knocking on Walmart store sooner rather than later, and that maybe we are going to have a chance in order to buy the dip here at $86. And I mean, we don't need to take a look at any anchor VWAPs in the case of Walmart, guys, because this stock is trading at all-time highs. So we don't have any buyers trapped in the case of Walmart. And that also implies, by the way, that this stock could keep going higher. Of course, we don't have any potential levels, guys, of overhead supply above the current price of Walmart. It can keep going higher. For sure. Why not? Am I going to be chasing it here? No. Am I going to short Walmart here? No, because I do not short uptrends. But maybe a retracement down to $86 could be opening the door for a trade on Walmart. Target. Guys, for real. And full disclosure, I am short Target. The report that they posted yesterday was horrendous. Horrendous. So many people are thinking about buying this dip. Can you guys please explain to me why would anyone try to guess a bottom in the case of Target? Why would anyone buy calls here? I will tell you why. But what do you guys think about it? Excuse me, guys. My throat is killing me. I can barely speak today. For real. Jesus. I'm sorry, guys, but for real, my throat is... I'm really making an effort here today in order to speak. Okay. So, I have been streaming, guys, since 9:20 a.m. So, at this time of the day, wow. Okay. So, take a look at the Relative Strength Index, the RSI. Take a look at this. One of the most useless indicators ever. Take a look at the RSI on the 4-hour chart. It is signaling 12 points. I guarantee you guys that a lot of people, and you will hear this on, YouTube videos and stuff like that, are going to say, oh, but Target is oversold. We have a bounce coming. This push to the downside, this movement to the downside is overdone. Bullshit. There is no way to measure those conditions, and I am going to quote conditions, quote unquote, oversold condition and overbought conditions. It is impossible. I have seen, guys, thousands of stocks with very low readings on the RSI keep going lower and lower and lower and lower. And I have seen a lot of supposedly overbought stocks because they have the RSI on the daily at 80 or 82 keep going higher. So do not trust on the RSI alone. I use the RSI. I mean, I take a look at the RSI. Not very often, but I do take a look at it. But I do not make any trading decisions based on the RSI alone. Is this movement to the downside a bit extended? Yeah, we can make a case there. But you know what? Do you know something interesting here, guys? Buyers didn't show up neither yesterday nor today. This is a major downtrend, and this stock, in my opinion, has an appointment with lower prices. They just reported horrible earnings. The technical chart is absolutely broken. And on top of that, now we have people thinking about Target like if this company were, and that might be the case, a loser relative to two important companies, Walmart, and Costco. 2 days so far, no one has bucked this dip. No one. Can we see some sort of bounce based on a quote-unquote oversold condition? Yeah, that could happen. I would be grabbing more puts near 124 or 130. But I think that given the current conditions and given the fact that this technical chart is absolutely broken, we can fade a rip here, guys, if we happen to see a rip, which I don't know. So just, I mean, if you're asking me, if you're asking about target from a long standpoint, thinking about buying the dip and stuff like that, just, I mean, stay away from this ticker, guys. Could there be an opportunity in order to buy the dip? Yes. But again, guys, do not buy the dip. And I have told you this concept on multiple occasions. Don't buy the dip. Buy strength after the dip. So I would have to see, guys, I don't know, maybe target bursting above 124, which is the level at which it fell today and yesterday at as well, and maybe starting to consolidate above $124. I would like to see also, you know, the 5-day moving average trying to catch up with the current price of target. So don't try to be the hero, guys. Yeah, you don't need to guess the exact bottom of any given stock that is going down. Wait for others to do the heavy lifting. Wait for others, or wait for other market participants to step in and try to guess the bottom. And if you miss a 5 or 10% push to the upside, that's fine. But do not buy the dip. Buy strength after the dip. So just stay away from this stock, guys. And I think that we have lower prices coming up. I got the strike. I got 125. Let me show you. Yeah, $125 is a strike. And obviously, guys, since this push to the upside, to the downside, sorry, we can make a case that is a bit extended. I got extrinsic value, so I got February puts, and only 3 contracts, by the way. So if we happen to see some sort of relief rally, I am going to be adding more puts at a spot, at a potential spot of resistance at which, at which I could be potentially seeing target failing at. Okay, a disaster, guys. Oh, by the way, I was telling you guys about my potential price target to the downside, $102. Yeah, I think that this is a fat number, guys, and I think that it is going to start to act like a magnet for target. There goes your target analysis. Let me take a look, by the way, guys, at the market structure of TGT. I knew you were going to ask about target, guys. I knew it. Let me see. I kept an eye on it throughout the whole trading session today, guys. I was curious about 124. Let me show you again the technical chart. This is this is the level that I was keeping an eye on. If buyers would have been able to recapture and keep price above yesterday's high, I wouldn't have grabbed puts. But take a look, guys. So target jumped as soon as the trading session opened today. And take a look. The bulls failed pretty much at the same level of resistance that they failed at yesterday. And then it just started to go down and down and down and down and down. Lower highs, lower lows on this 1 day, 1 minute chart, which happens to be the definition of a downtrend. And the short is very weak. And well, we'll see what happens with TGT. Microsoft, sure. I was going to take a look at the market structure of TGT, guys. By the way, I'll take a look, guys. The demand is going down along with the supply. So the fact that the demand is going down implies that buyers are walking away from target. I'm surprised that none of you have asked about Palantir. But let's take a look at Mr. Softy. I'm surprised. Let's see. MSFT. So it went down today 0.63%, and it closed the trading session at $412.87. I think, guys, that Microsoft got negatively affected in sympathy with Google. This would be another candidate, guys, in order to be, in order to be under pressure because of, I don't know, because of the DOJ or DOG, sorry, the Department of Justice, or I don't know, what is the other department of the government, guys? The Federal Trade Commission, the FTC or whatever. So I think that this is the reason why Microsoft was so weak today. On a day in which, the markets today had a very solid day, guys. But if maybe they go after Google, and I don't think that, that Google is going to be broken down and stuff, guys. In my personal opinion. So this should be, I think that what was announced today, guys, is going to probably end up being a nothing burger. But, some Microsoft investors may be freaked out because this is another, big tech company with a lot of different business models and stuff. So I think that's the reason why this stock went down today. So the technical chart isn't looking good. Take a look below the 100, the 50, the 200, the 20, and the 5-day moving average. So as of now, Microsoft is guilty until proven innocent. So we need to wait here. We need to wait for buyers in order to be able to show some strength. By doing what? Well, by recapturing, for instance, the 5-day moving average, $415. And actually, take a look, guys, at how this level between, there is like a support zone here, guys, between $413 and $415. So Microsoft has been bouncing back up pretty much from this support zone, and it has been failing, or it did fail on 2 occasions recently, right at this 20-day moving average. Take a look, guys. This is no joke. Yesterday and today as well. So we have a very clear level of overhead resistance at $420. But since we have some sort of support zone between, as I just said, guys, 413, 412, up to 414, 415 bucks, if Microsoft tomorrow is able to recapture this declining 5-day moving average, so say that we see Microsoft consolidating above $415, this could be potentially opening the door for another test of the 20-day moving average, 20 DMA, at $420, which is a very clear level of resistance. But be careful, below this 5 DMA, Mr. Softy doesn't look good at all. But let's take a look at some anchor VWAPs to see if we have any support below that support zone that I just told you guys about, 412, 415. So let's pull up here some anchor VWAPs of Mr. Softy. What do we see here? Let's see. And no, take a look, guys. A year-to-date anchor VWAP is signaling as of now, take a look, $415. So this is an anchor VWAP, an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from the first trading session of the year. So what message is this a VWAP sending us? Well, that the average market participant that started a position on Mr. Softy from the first trading session of this year has an average price of $415. If we reconcile that technical chart with this 4-hour chart, take a look at the level, guys, at which we can see the 5-day moving average, $415. So above 415 bucks, I think, and obviously, first of all, confirming, or after we see some sort of process of consolidation above $415, that could be attracting buyers. So we could potentially see another bounce back up to this 20-day moving average, $420, which is a very well-defined level of overhead resistance. And there goes your Microsoft analysis. Now I am being asked about Tesla. We already went over ARKK Innovation ETF, which is pretty much the same. But let's take a look at Tessie, guys. No problem. We are 54 minutes in. It's been a long day for me, guys. And on top of that, guys, I hate fall. Unbelievable. So I work from home, guys, as you guys notice. You know, I am an active trader, and I work from home. So I have my studio at home, and I work inside my studio or inside my office for 12 hours in a row. Sometimes 13, 14 hours. So, you know, during this season of the year, it's very hard. You know, it is super dark outside. Super hard to work like this. But well, it is what it is. We will have eventually longer days coming over for us after December 20th. So, Tessie. But yeah, I don't work. I don't will work in the dark. Let's just put it that way. So, Tessie went down today, guys, 0.70%, and it closed the trading session at $339.64. Again, guys, we can see over here a rising 5-day moving average. Tessie is trading above all the moving averages. This is a very good looking chart. And take a look at how $345 has turned into a nightmare for the Tesla bulls out there. They have failed at $345, guys, on, get this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 occasions recently. So the fact that we are seeing Tesla as of now trading above all the moving averages implies, and most importantly, above a rising 5 DMA, that implies that whenever the bulls of Tessie can consolidate above $345, this is very bullish, guys. But very, very bullish. This is going to be acting like a magnet for buyers. And if that were the case, we have a potential test of $362 coming up for Tesla, in my opinion, more likely than not. Above $345, guys, this looks ultra, extremely, unbelievably bullish. I would be grabbing some shares of Tesla above $345, guys. Let's see. There's no need to take a look at any anchor VWAPs, guys, because Tesla is pretty much trading at a 52-week high. So we don't have any buyers trapped above the current price of Tessie. But let me show you that. Why not? Let me pull up a chart of Tessie here. Let me see Tesla. Take a look, guys. Even more bullish. Take a look. Guys, for the most part, no one that ever started a position on Tesla is losing money as of now. No one. Ever. Take a look at this anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs. Tesla reached $410 in November of 2021. So those market participants that started positions on Tesla when this stock hit or reached its highest price ever, well, those market participants have an average price of $226. For the most part, guys, we don't have anyone losing money on Tesla as of now. So about 345, guys, buckle up because we might have higher prices coming up for Tessie. And if we take a look at the market structure of Tessie, what do we see here? Come on, Tessie, pull up. And there you go. A Palantir request. Of course, why not? Let's see. Excuse me, guys. Wow, my throat is killing me. The market structure doesn't look good. It looks a bit concerning. Why do I say that? Well, because the demand is starting to go down, guys. The level of the demand, nonetheless, is way higher relative to the level of the supply. But we never want to see the demand going down. So, ideally, I would like to see the bulls consolidating above $345 in order to go long Tessie. In case of a retracement, guys, let me see. Say that Tessie fails at bursting above 3 Let me see. 345. Take a look, guys, at so at $328, guys, we have a previous support for Tesla back from April of 2022. $326. So it is an area of interest if Tesla fails at recapturing $345, loses the 5-day moving average as support. And take a look, guys, $328. $326 pretty much. A previous level of support back from April of 2022 and a previous level of support that acted as such a few days ago, pretty much. So this is another level of interest if the bulls of Tesla are unable to recapture $345. Okay, let's take a look at the Messi of artificial intelligence, guys. Palantir. It went down today 1.22% and it closed the trading session at $61.36. I use a lot, guys, and I guess that I sound like a broken record, but I use a lot the 5 DMA, the 5-day moving average. So take a look, guys. The 5 DMA is signaling as of now $63. And take a look at how the bulls failed right at this 5 DMA, 5-day moving average today. They weren't able to burst above $63. So say Palantir consolidates above $63, that would be very bullish, and that would be attracting buyers. And if that were the case, watch out for a test or a retest of the all-time highs of Palantir at $67 approximately. So I would be going long here at $63 in case, because Palantir had a red day today, tiny red day today, we can say. In case of a further pullback, keep an eye on this previous level of resistance for Palantir, $56.20. So Palantir failed at $56.20 back in early November. And take a look at how this 20-day moving average is upward sloping. It is rising. So it would increase the likelihood. It would increase the likelihood for the bulls in order to be able to find support at a previous level of resistance that now could be acting as a new support. And why? Why is it? Well, because this 20-day moving average is upward sloping. It is pushing price higher. It is very, but very close from, it is a bit below this previous level of resistance. Yeah, it would definitely, in my opinion, increase the likelihood. It would not secure that, but it would increase the likelihood for the bulls in order to find support over there. So this would be a level of interest in case of a further pullback, $56.31. But the technical setup that I would like to see here in order to go long would be buyers showing strength by recapturing the 5-day moving average at $63 approximately. Let me take a look at the market structure. There's no need to take a look at any anchor VWAPs here, guys, because this is a very good looking chart and very close to all-time highs. But let's take a look at the demand and the supply of Palantir. Oh my God, take a look at this, guys. Jesus. Take a look at the demand, guys. The blue shaded region that I am pointing out with my mouse. Wow, through the roof. Yeah, this is a technical chart that is under the total control of buyers. So now that I see this market structure of PLTR, guys, give me Alex Carp above $63, and I would be going on here, guys. Sure. So we are an hour and 4 minutes in. So before we wrap it up, Square. I think that Josh Brown announced today. Do you guys happen to know Josh Brown with CNBC? He's a well-known investor that works at CNBC. So he announced today. He actually was pumping the stock. He announced today that he had started a position on Square. And this is also, by the way, guys, another BTC proxy in the stock market. So Square went up today 3.34% and it closed the trading session at $92.70. This is a very good looking chart, guys, under the absolute control of buyers, above all the moving averages, rising 5-day moving average. We can make a case here, guys, that Square is a bit far away from home base. Do you guys play baseball? Any of you guys? I love baseball, guys. I mean, I am from Venezuela, right? I'm supposed to love baseball. So when I say home base, guys, I am talking about the 20-day moving average. So Square as of now, guys, is trading almost 16% above its 20-day moving average. So we can make a case that the recent push to the upside that we have seen in the case of Square is a bit extended. That doesn't imply that this stock cannot keep going higher. I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination. But I would like to see a process of consolidation above this rising 5 DMA and at the same time above a previous level of resistance at $90. This is a previous level of resistance back from mid-November. And I would like to see a bit of a pullback here, guys, because Square closed today's trading session at $93. Say that tomorrow we see some sort of pullback down to $90. And if we happen to confirm that this rising 5-day moving average is acting as support, I would be interested in taking a trade here on Square. So ideally what we do not want to see here, guys, is a Square keep going higher and higher and higher and getting farther away from this rising 20-day moving average. Because the 20-day moving average, guys, and I just told you that I call the 20 DMA home base. The 20 DMA tends to act like a magnet. It tends to draw price in. So you don't want to see a stock too far away to either the downside or the upside from its 20-day moving average. So I would like to see a process of consolidation above $90. And what would be, say that, because Square just made a brand new 52-week high. So say that, I don't know, the rally keeps going tomorrow, why not? And Square burst above $94. What could be the next potential gap to the upside? Let's check that out, guys. Well, what about $100? A fat number that coincides with a previous level of support for Square back from, get this, guys, March of 2022. That would be the next potential gap to the upside. And of course, guys, fat numbers are very important in this business. So the longer Square consolidates above $90, the more likely that gap will eventually get filled, because it is going to start to act like a magnet. But if you are a Square bull, you want to see Square consolidating above $90, preferably, and not keep going higher like right away, right? Let's take a look at the market structure of Block Square. Let's see. And take a look, guys. The demand is through the roof, and the supply is starting. The supply was going higher, was going up, but it is starting to retreat. Very good, a very good looking market structure. This chart is under the total control of buyers. So according to the technical chart, it looks like we have higher prices on deck for Square, more likely than not. Well, guys, I am going to wrap it up. Can you guys do me a favor? An hour and 8 minutes. So you know that when I go live for you, I do it exclusively for the members of Chris Saint's server. Okay? But once I'm done streaming, guys, I am going to be releasing this live stream on my YouTube channel for everyone. And the comments that you guys, drop on the live chat do not transcend into the final video, say, that I am going to be releasing in a few minutes on my YouTube channel. So if you can go to my YouTube channel and drop a comment and stuff like that, that helps me with the YouTube algorithm, and that would be very much appreciated from my end. Okay. What would you consider too far away from the 20 DMA? 20% or more. Good question, Kev. 20% or more. From 20 up to 30%. If you guys happen to ever see a stock trading above or below more than 30% its 20-day moving average, you can make a case that that's a push to either the upside or the downside that is a bit extended. Yeah. But mind you, that doesn't imply that Square cannot keep going higher. We have very good momentum. This is a crypto-related stock, very good technical chart. Josh Brown, which happens to be a CNBC pumper, started a position today on this ticker. But, you know, it is some sort of reference from an overextended condition standpoint. Let's just put it that way. Well, guys, I am going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please, don't be lazy. Go to my YouTube channel, drop a comment. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Okay? Thank you, guys. Take care. I will see you guys later on today, probably on Discord. Thank you. Bye. Take care. Thanks for coming over. Bye-bye. Take care.